Hello guys, and welcome to my transformation. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Nick, and in the last 6 months I've lost 167 pounds on keto. I still have about 80 pounds to go, but I have learned a lot, and I've learned a lot through the process of trial and error. So my goal is to show you guys what works so you can avoid the error part. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and join our awesome weight loss community. Lots of fun stuff on this channel, guys. Keto recipes, awesome keto dessert recipes, weekly weigh-ins, all that great stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it. Not all vegetables are good for you on keto. In fact, some are extremely high in carbs. Potatoes, for example, can contain up to 40 grams of carbs per cup. And on a 40 gram of carb per day diet, that is unacceptable. So before we get into the best, lowest carb keto vegetables, let's talk a bit about carbs and net carbs and fiber. So fiber has a zero effect on our insulin and blood sugars. Our bodies cannot digest fiber. We feed it to our microbes, who then turn it into some food for cells in our colon. But fiber does not affect insulin or blood sugars, so that's why we deduct the fiber from the carbs of an item to get the net carbs. Here's a quick example, okay? If you had a protein bar with like 25 grams of carbohydrates, and 20 grams of fiber, then the net carbs for that protein bar are 5 grams of carbs. So when you're reading labels, don't forget to look at the fiber. It's a mistake I made when I was starting keto. Well, not really a bad mistake, but it would have just made things a lot easier in the beginning and offered me a bigger selection of foods to eat. So here are 10 of the lowest carb vegetables I could find, in order from most to least carbs. But I will add that all 10 of these vegetables have under 1 gram of carbs per cup, which is insanely low, so the order doesn't really matter much. Number 10, chard. At only a meager 0.8 of a carb per cup, chard or Swiss chard is one of the lowest carb vegetables on the planet. Chard, like other green leafy vegetables, has highly nutritious leaves, making it a popular component of healthy diets. Chard has been used in cooking for centuries. High in vitamins A, beta-carotene, and vitamin K, Swiss chard can be enjoyed in a salad, a stir-fry, or try using a raw leaf as a tortilla for a keto-style wrap. Number 9. Mustard greens. Also at only 0.8 grams of carbs per cup, which is insanely low, mustard greens also provide several key vitamins and minerals. One serving offers a whopping 348% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin K and 34% of your daily recommended intake of vitamin A, also 56% of your daily recommended intake for vitamin C, so it's a pretty nutritious vegetable. Young mustard greens make great additions to salads. Or serve healthy sauteed mustard greens with walnuts. Or try adding some chopped mustard greens to a keto-friendly pasta salad, gives it a little kick. One of my favorite combinations is chopped tomatoes, pine nuts, goat cheese, keto-friendly pasta, and mustard greens tossed with a little olive oil. Ooh, that's good, guys. I'll give you a recipe for that one day. Number 8, bok choy. Also weighing in at only 0.8 grams of carbs per cup, bok choy is a type of Chinese cabbage. Chinese cabbage is 95% water, 2% carbohydrates, and 1% protein, which is less than 1% fat, which is not great for keto, but hey. Bok choy contains glucosinolates. These compounds have been reported to prevent cancer in small doses. And when I said it's not great for keto, I just meant because it didn't have a lot of fat, but other than that, it's perfect. Bok choy is most commonly used in stir fries, sautés, and those are great applications. A short braise in a flavorful liquid works too. You can also throw in some baby bok choy leaves or chopped bok choy towards the end of roasting meat or to a pan of roasted vegetables. I mean, try it, guys. Number 7, romaine lettuce. Coming in at only 0.6 grams of cups, we have romaine lettuce. I'm pretty sure you guys all know what romaine is, most famously known in its use of Caesar salad. Romaine lettuce can also be used as a wrap in place of bread or a tortilla. It's high in minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and potassium. It's naturally low in sodium. Plus, romaine lettuce is packed with vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate. Number 6, spinach. At only 0.4 grams of carbs per cup, and Mr. Popeye's favorite food, spinach is definitely a must-have keto vegetable. It may be eaten cooked or raw, and the taste differs considerably. Raw spinach is 91% water, 4% carbohydrates, 3% protein, and is extremely high in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, magnesium, manganese, and iron, and can be used in salads, stir-fries, keto-friendly pastas, and more. Number 5, arugula. At an impressive 0.4 grams of carbs per cup, rocket, or arugula, is an edible annual plant in the family of Brassicaceae, used as a leaf vegetable for its fresh, tart, bitter, and peppery flavor. Since Roman times in Italy, raw arugula has been added to salads. It is often added to a pizza at the end of or just after baking. I can show you how to make keto pizza too. Check that video out on my channel. It's also used cooked in Apulia in southern Italy to make the pasta dish cavadilli, I probably didn't pronounce that right, in which large amounts of coarsely chopped arugula are added to pasta, seasoned with a homemade reduced tomato sauce and parcurnio. Arugula contains high levels of beneficial nitrates and polyphenols. A study in 2014 found that high intakes of nitrate and polyphenols may lower blood pressure, reduce the amount of oxygen needed during exercise, and enhance athletic performance, baby. Number 4, beet greens. Alright, now we're getting into the crazy low carb count. Beet greens contain only 0.02 of a gram worth of carbs per cup. That's like insane. Just to give you a general idea of how much of these vegetables you guys could eat in a day, I personally aim for 40 grams a day or less. So when you're talking about 0.02 of a gram of carbs per cup, well, you guys can do the math. Beet greens are young leafy tops of the beetroot plant. They are loaded with calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus. Number 3, watercress. Watercress, or yellowcress, is an aquatic plant species. It's a rapidly growing aquatic or semi-aquatic perennial plant native to Europe and Asia, and one of the oldest known leaf vegetables consumed by humans. Watercress is 95% water, hence the name, and has low contents of carbohydrates and protein. It is particularly rich in vitamin K, actually 238% of your daily value, which is insanely high, and contains a significant amounts of vitamin A, vitamin C, riboflavin, vitamin B6, calcium, and manganese. Watercress is most commonly used in salads, smoothies, and soups. You can also treat it as a herb and use it to flavor sauces or dressings. It's also delicious wilted or stir-fried and can be used in a similar way to spinach. Number 2, endive. Endive is both low in calories and low in carbohydrate. If you eat 1 cup of chopped endive, you'll consume 9 calories and only 0.1 grams of carbohydrates per cup. That's like virtually nothing, guys. It contains vitamins and minerals such as vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and manganese. Many people consume endive in salads, often blended with other greens. But there are other ways to enjoy this vegetable. Endive is sometimes used in finger-friendly appetizers. Each leaf can act as a boat to hold ingredients like cheese, avocado, or seafood. You can also dip endive leaves into your favorite creamy dip or salsa. Numero 1, sprouts. At only 0.01 grams of carbs per cup, these little gems are some of the lowest carb vegetables on earth. Sprouts are seeds that have germinated and become very young plants. This germination process usually begins with the seeds being soaked for several hours. The soaked seeds are then exposed to the right combination of temperature and moisture and allowed to grow for 2 to 7 days. The sprouting process increases nutrient levels, making sprouts richer in protein, folate, magnesium, phosphorus, manganese, and vitamins C and K than unsprouted plants. For instance, several studies show that sprouting helps increase protein content. Sprouts also tend to contain higher levels of essential amino acids, with certain individual amino acids increasing by as much as 30%. They can be enjoyed on top of salads, in smoothies, on top of steamed vegetables, or in your favorite keto-friendly wrap or sandwich. Well guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If this was your first time here, please subscribe, hit that bell, and follow along with me on my keto weight loss life journey transformation.